Math anxiety. What is it? Do you dread signing up for a math course? Do you have to drag yourself out of bed the morning of your math class? Anxiety can be defined as a feeling of nervousness or discomfort. Therefore, math anxiety is nervousness or discomfort at the prospect of doing or being confronted with math. You may get sweaty, have racing thoughts, and if so, you're certainly not alone. Many people don't like math. They don't like doing tests, or going to class, or doing homework. Why is this? It could be that they have negative experiences surrounding math left over from their elementary or high school days. It could be that they are not taught well according to learning style, such as auditory, visual, or tactile learning styles. If students do not feel good about themselves, they try to avoid situations that point out their weaknesses. Math puts some students in this kind of situation. When these students were called on in class and got an answer wrong, they felt less worthy, dumb, or unintelligent. These students may have worked very hard to do well in math class, but when they got their answers wrong, they were left with feelings of incompetence or poor self-esteem. You could be feeling fear, you could be paralyzed, blankness or an empty slate, you might forget formulas or numbers, you could increase sweating, you might have headaches, you might get shaky. A lot of people find it hard to concentrate. Sometimes people get nauseous, your heart rate goes up. You get really easily confused, like you're in a mental fog. So now that you know what math anxiety is, what can you do to cope with it, decrease it, or get rid of it altogether? While it may seem counterintuitive, exposing yourself to more math is actually helpful. Finding a set time each day, like 30 to 60 minutes, to do homework or to do math-related computer games is a good place to start. The more you're exposed to math, the easier it will become. Schedule it right. Always pick a class that meets as many times a week as possible. Math is best learned in small chunks and frequent intervals. Also, consider the time of day. If you're not a morning person, don't schedule a morning math class. Sit in the front of the class so you have less distractions around you. Students who sit in the front tend to be more invested in their learning. Math is a skill. Learning it requires discipline, patience, and lots of practice. Successful math students usually study math 30 to 60 minutes each day. When it comes to math homework, jump right on it. If you leave it until last, you may be too tired to tackle it. Do math homework first, even if it isn't your favorite, and do it the day it is assigned. The longer you wait, the less likely you are to finish it. Use the math lab on campus or the tutoring center. Here on the Chesapeake campus, both are located in the modular building CT2. Never be afraid of asking questions because you're afraid of looking stupid. Asking questions is one of the smartest decisions you can make in school, and chances are, if you're wanting to ask, someone else is wanting to ask also. Try to review the math material immediately after class for about 10 to 20 minutes. Studies show that students who review material immediately after learning it and then periodically review it could remember up to 80% after 2 months. Recite the material out loud. Explain it to others. Hear it, see it, work with it, and manipulate it as many different ways as possible. This ensures that if you can't remember it one way, then you'll remember it another. As mentioned earlier, one of the keys to conquering your math anxiety is practice. Practice and more practice. Review, quiz yourself, make flashcards, whatever you can manage. Practice builds confidence, and confidence alleviates anxiety. Follow all these steps, and soon your math anxiety could be a thing of the past.